Hello students, today we continue our lecture on DNA block. This will be the last lecture of this chapter. This lecture is presented by me, Pranit Ghatak, your chemistry teacher. So let's begin. As you all can see from the heading, today's topic will be KMNO4 and K2Z2O7, that is potassium dichromate and potassium permanganate. Okay, so let's begin. As you can see from the slide that this is the structure of potassium permanganate, that is KMNO4 structure. This is the structure of KMNO4. Okay, so this KMNO4 have a violet color. Okay, as well as it is a crystalline solid. Okay, so here in this structure you can already see that the central atom is manganese and it is being bonded with 4 oxygen atom. Among the 4 oxygen atom, 3 oxygen atom are bonded through a double bond, and one oxygen atom, this oxygen atom, is being bonded singly with single bond. Okay, and this K plus will be a counter cation of this compound. Okay, so here in the structure we can clearly see the central atom has 7 bonds. Okay, this is can only possible in manganese because manganese is among the only few elements that have the oxidation state up to +7. Okay, so this is the structure of potassium permanganate. Okay, let's go to the next slide that deals with the preparation of KMNO4, that is the preparation of potassium permanganate. Okay, here you can see in the slide that here we can prepare the potassium permanganate in the 2-step process. Okay, in the first step, what happened? Manganese dioxide is being reacted with potassium hydroxide and oxygen in presence of. Okay, so in that step it will form a potassium manganate. Okay, so K2MnO4. This compound will be further reacted with HCl, that is hydrochloric acid. Then it will produce potassium permanganate, that is KMNO4. Okay, so the first step deals with the manganese dioxide is being reacted with KOH, that is potassium hydroxide, and in presence of oxygen. Okay, it will form potassium manganate, that is K2MnO4, and this K2MnO4 further react with HCl, and then it will form the requisite potassium permanganate, that is KMNO4. Okay, along with several other things like MnO2, H2O and KCl. Okay, these are the byproducts of this reaction. So in this process we can easily prepare potassium permanganate. Okay, so this is a laboratory process as well. Okay, so as we know, the potassium permanganate is an oxidizing agent. Okay, so KMNO4 is an oxidizing agent. So why KMNO4 is an oxidizing agent? We should know that. Okay, so because it contains manganese and it is the highest oxidation state of +7. As I have earlier said that manganese is having an oxidation state up to +7. Okay, and this +7 oxidation state, due to this +7 oxidation state, manganese can act as a oxidizing agent because in the potassium permanganate has the anion of MnO4 minus that has a reason of its strong oxidizing properties, because in the MnO4 minus the manganese having an oxidation state +7. Okay, and due to this +7 oxidation state it acts as a good oxidizing agent. Okay, so it has been written here as well. KMNO4 being a very strong oxidizing agent can react with variety of groups. Okay, in the chapter of aldehyde, ketone and carboxylic acid we have seen some uses of KMNO4 as an oxidizing agent. Okay, so let's see some oxidizing character of KMnO4 in acidic medium as well as neutral or alkaline medium. In acidic medium, KNO4 reacts with H2SO4, that is sulfuric acid. It will then form potassium sulfate, manganese sulfate as well as water and some amount of MnO4 minus. Okay. So this part, this MnO4 minus and H plus and 5E electrons, that is being balanced by redox method to form Mn2 plus and 4H2O plus. Okay. Apart from that, you have to remember that the KMnO4 while reacting with H2SO4, it will form the salts, that is potassium salt, that is potassium sulfate as well as manganese sulfate and water. You have to remember that KMnO4 is slightly basic. KMnO4 is slightly basic as well. Slightly basic. As it is slightly basic, while reacting with H2SO4, it will form salt, this kind of salt and water. This kind of salt and this is the water. Okay. So as it is a slightly basic in nature, KMnO4 while reacting with H2SO4, that is it will do an acid base reaction and it will lead to form salt and water. Okay. So let's move to the next point, that is the reaction, that is the oxidizing character of KMnO4 in neutral or alkaline medium. In the case of neutral medium, that is in the when KMnO4 is reacting with water, it will form base, that is KOH. Okay. So KOH is a base, we know that it is a potassium hydroxide and it is a strong base, and MnO2, that is manganese dioxide and some oxidizing agent property. Okay. And you can see that while it reacts with either H2SO4, that is acid medium, or in basic or alkaline medium, it will form this activated oxygen. This is called activated oxygens. Okay, this is called activated oxygens. So this oxygen, this third bracket oxygen or activated oxygen, this is the main culprit to do the oxidation. Okay, so due to this activated oxygen, the presence of this activated oxygen, KMnO4 can act as an oxidizing agent. Okay, due to the presence of this activated oxygen, that is why KMnO4 can act as an oxidizing agent. Okay, in the case of both in the acidic medium as well as neutral or alkaline medium. So KMnO4 behaves as an oxidizing agent in respect with acidic medium as well as neutral or alkaline medium. So whatever the medium will be, it doesn't matter. KMnO4 will act as an oxidizing agent in both of in any medium. Okay. So let's move to the next topic, that is K2CR2O7. As you can see from the slide, that K2CR2O7 is an inorganic chemical reagent with a chemical name potassium dichromate. It is being also called as potassium bichromate or potassium bichromate. Okay, so it is a crystalline ionic solid as KMnO4 with bright red orange color, but in the case of KMnO4 it is slightly violet. Okay, it is odorless, insoluble in acetone as well as alcohol, but dissolves in water. KMnO4 is dissolved in water, but it is insoluble in acetone as well as alcohol. Okay, so K2CR2O7 is odorless and insoluble in acetone and alcohol, but it dissolves in, that is soluble in water. And K2CR2O7 is being called as potassium dichromate, and it is also two names, other two names, that is potassium bichromate or dipotassium bichromate. Okay, and it is a bright red orange color. It has a bright red orange color and is a solid in form, crystalline solid. Remember, it is a crystalline solid as KMnO4. Okay, so let's move to the next topic, that is next point. This is the last slide of today's topic, that is the potassium permanent structure. Okay, structure of potassium dichromate. Okay, so the structure of the potassium dichromate is here. Okay, so in that structure you can see there is two chromium atoms. Okay, and each of the chromium atoms having 4 oxygen bonded with each of them. Okay, and among these 4 oxygens, only two of these oxygens having double bond, and other two oxygens having single bond. with chromium, and in the both of the cases, in both of the chromium, this potassium K plus will be acting as a counter cation. Okay, so this is the structure of potassium dichromate. Okay, and similar to potassium permanganate, that is KMnO4, potassium dichromate is also oxidizing agent. Okay, and it will also act as an oxidizing agent in several organic reactions. Okay, and in the chapter of alcohol, aldehyde ketone and carboxylic acid, we have also seen some uses of potassium dichromate as an oxidizing agent. Okay, so in the today's class, we have already discussed about the KMnO4 and K2SO7. Okay, so if you have any doubt regarding today's class, you can ask me in the comment section below. So that's it for now. Thank you very much.